Hey everyone, welcome back. All right, enjoy the video today. Before we start, check out the link below. All of these cards are on no reserve eBay auction right now for your bidding pleasure. Some really cool finds here. A foil Richard Port, foil mint Richard Port. Never see that ever. A beta volcanic, reserveless cards, dual lands. What is going on in the market? Enjoy the video, guys. Enjoy bidding on the eBay auctions. Good luck.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
What's up, everyone? It's me, Daniel, with vintagemagic.com, and welcome back to another video. And this one today is, well, something that might relate to a lot of you guys out there. For those of you who don't understand that Magic the Gathering people are obsessed with their cards, well, the link is right below. There's a guy in Wisconsin who has 130,000 Stone Rains. That's right, Stone Rain. Yes, it started in Alpha. Stone Rain is a card in Alpha, but now has been reprinted in different type of versions. It's also a common, so it's very affordable, but the price of it is, for Alpha, can get pretty pricey. What's the fascination, though? Why is this guy collecting it, and why am I doing this video? All right, let me explain. So, a lot of you guys out there, you might relate to this, have your pet Magic the Gathering card. You might have your favorites, you know, you might have a bunch of them, may have 10 of them, whatever. Who the hell has 130 Stone Rains? There's only one guy I know of, the guy in the video below. But the thing is, in the world of Magic, there's actually people out there who are just like this guy in this way. Obsession with one singular card. Some people would call it a global set collection, which is possible with every card made of a one card. Now, that isn't necessarily you want to have multiple copies of a card. You would have one of each copy ever printed, right? The guy below has 130,000 Stone Rains and probably has 1,000 revised or 10,000 of this one. I don't know, right? Many different copies of different variations. Now, in his video, he talks about he wanted to try to manipulate the pricing of the Stone Rain, which in some ways he kind of did. He has some price manipulation, price control in some way over the years. Did he or did he not? How would he actually end up selling these cards? How does this even work? What's the end game? And why do people even do this? Let's answer these fascinating questions. All right. Number one, I believe this guy likes Stone Rain because, you know, it fits a budget, and he has a kind of a, you know, a control, you know, kind of a God hand ability to see if he can affect the market of Stone Rain, a card that, you know, is played in some decks in old school Magic, but really not used at all these days. But he wanted to see, and, you know, in some cases, I believe that some of the cards have jumped up because he has so much of it. If there were more supply out there, right, it's all about supply and demand, then the card would obviously go down. But would it go down much? Probably not, because the card's not worth much anyway. Okay. Why is he even doing this thing? Why would you even attempt this? And also, I think other than financial, I think it's also one of those like flexing pride things. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm being really honest. A lot of people try to achieve a goal because out of pride, ego, right? There's an ego side of this. I've had people come to me, and there's a guy who has a bunch of Arabian Nights Mountains, a more expensive card, right? But Arabian Nights Mountains. There's the famous collector, Guillaume, in France. Hello, Guillaume, who has, I don't know how many Prodigal Sorcerers he has, but he has an incredible amount of Prodigal Sorcerers. Incredible amount. And it's not just the cheap version of this common. He has a bunch of the alphas, the Summer Magic, which is the rarest one, about $1,000 a pop. He has a bunch of different versions that are very, very rare. There's guys who collect Terror, Mesa Pegasus, Blue Elemental Blast, Red Elemental Blast, Grizzly Bears. I mean, the list goes on and on. Like, what's going on? One pattern I will say is no one's actually buying rares. That's one thing I'll notice. People aren't really buying the rares for this hoarding investment thing. There's a guy years ago trying to collect as many fungosaurs. What the hell is a fungosaur? Look it up. I think it's like a 4 mana green creature dude. It's like a 2/2, and every time he takes damage, put a +1/+1 counter if he doesn't die or something. I mean, a guy once had like 120 alpha fungosaurs. I mean, you know, because there's like 1,000 or so ever printed in alpha, your goal is to try to corner the market and make some type of dent into this, right? Well, once you get to like 100 of a card, especially alpha, you're going to basically run out of like supply to buy. Or the cards are so expensive because people want too much for it, and they're, well, figuring out, well, the alpha card is really scarce, and I'm going to jack up the price. And are you really going to pay, you know, $10,000 for an alpha fungosaur? Probably not. So, another thing I asked the question, how is he going to get rid of these cards? How is he ever going to sell these cards? Well, I think the way you sell this is probably, you know, bulk in a way. No dealer is ever going to want to pay you top dollar, obviously. No collector is really going to care unless they care that about Stone Rain like you do, or the ego part of it, or they want to acquire it to continue the journey and get even more cards. There's also this guy with a bunch of Zombie Masters. Zombie Master is a rare, bunch of alpha of Zombie Masters, and, you know, he had a bunch of them, but he had a hard time selling them for top dollar. He ended up selling to like a dealer or something, and the price just didn't go for anywhere what he expected. I think he probably bought them really cheap over time, but all in all, didn't get what he wanted. So I think it was, I think the last thought process of this is that people do it for like a mission. It's kind of like boredom, a goal, just setting goals, just doing it. Why not? So this leads me to, the difference between someone that is buying and investing and then just has these pet cards is the investor. I myself am an investor. Do I have favorite cards? Yes, I do. In fact, I do buy Stone Rain quite a bit. When I see some, I like that card. It's just cool. I like Psionic Blast, one of my favorite cards just in general. I just think it's a cool card. I like Force of Nature. I like Vesuvian Doppelganger. I like the Wrath of God for the artwork. I like the Shivan Dragon. I like the Dual Lands. I like a lot of different cards. Chaos Orb, etc. I like these different cards, but I don't actually buy one card and I just buy thousands of a card unless it's a great deal, right? And I also don't care, this is important, I don't care on buying cards that are like revised edition or 4th edition. And the main reason why is this. I don't have an obsession feeling, right? I know this is like a trait. I don't have an obsession to do this. I do like the artwork for a lot of these cards, even like Mana Vault, Savannah Lions, Power 9, I like the Power 9, but it would cost way too much money and time to do so. So I just buy a range of the cards, right? As an investor, it's going to have a good diversification. I have a diversification on the top tier value level of a lot of these different cards. Now, I will give you one little side fact. I do collect, Marvel Masterpieces, the 1992 Marvel Masterpieces when it first came out, by Joe Giusko, the artist. In 2016, Marvel Masterpieces released another set, and there was a set called the Marvel Masterpieces Buyback. Marvel, or I don't know who owns it, Skybox or whatever, they bought 15 of the 1992 cards and stamped them. In this case, they stamped them, but the autograph edition ones with Joe Giusko, they numbered out of 15 and there's a hologram thing from Upper Deck. And they basically Joe Jusko numbered them down to 15 and signed them. And I own, I don't know, a ridiculous amount of them. I own close to about 2/3. Oh, no, not 2/3. 1/3, about 500 or so, at least 400, I think, of these particular cards. Some of you out there be like, well, Dan, you're doing it right there. You're obsessed. What are you doing? Now, it's not one card. I have like at least I have 1 or 2 complete sets, but I have multiples of different cards. But it's like a challenge. I just enjoy it. I like the art. It's nostalgic. I appreciate just Joe Jusko's art. I think it's the best Marvel masterpieces ever made. So it's something I've collected over the years, since 2016, of course. And even today, I still pay more than most people, and I still buy them when I can. Now, people now are asking ridiculous money here and there, but can't buy them all. But I enjoy just picking them up when I can. So leads me to kind of answer a question that I've actually gotten several times, is why the hell is Rudy from Alpha Investments? I've talked about Rudy for a while, but it's not about Rudy, but it's about just the same idea. Why is he buying, I think he has 100 plus Arabian Nights sets. Why does he have all these antiquity sets? I'm sure he has over 100 of them now. Always have all his Alpha cards. He doesn't sell anything. What is going on, right? Is he just like the art? Is he investing? What is he doing? Why does he have hundreds of boxes, thousands of boxes, or whatever? And I've come to the realization that a lot of people in Magic the Gathering have this trait in the investment world to have, well, you call it hoarding in a way, challenging your challenge, just nostalgic, the nostalgia bug, and they just keep buying it. They keep buying it because they love it. And I don't actually think people like Rudy are ever going to sell them, because they don't need the money, number one. There's a lot of big-time whale investors that have multiple sets of different things, and they don't want to sell them. Number two, they don't have the time to really do it because it's not worth their time. Number three, maybe it's a nostalgic play on giving it to their family, their son, daughter, whatever, right? Could be a thing too. And number four, I think it's about being a part of a community indirectly. Not directly necessarily, because you're not really sharing it, but in a way you are, because Rudy in this case does content with the collections he buys. He appreciates the cards. He truly does enjoy Magic, the cards, and the game. He plays the game once in a while, right? So why not buy some of the stuff you love? And that goes with anything else, video games, etc. All right, your turn now. I want to hear, I don't care how crazy it is, what the hell are you collecting nowadays for Magic the Gathering? What are you doing for pet cards? Are you doing a global set? Tell me below. Pretty insane. I can't believe the video below. You're going to see this guy. Seems like a nice guy, but I've never seen, 100,000 plus of any card in Magic the Gathering. Freaking unbelievable. All right, guys. Have a great day. Take care.
Hey guys, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I'm here to share with you more about our deck and set collector fulfillment service. The deck fulfillment service caters to the player. And what that basically means is if you are a player looking to fulfill your old school Magic deck, certain Power 9 or key pieces in your Vintage deck, or dual lands in your Legacy deck, we have the inventory and the resources to help you fulfill your needs. Next, we have the set collector fulfillment service. This really caters more towards the collector. Oftentimes I've been asked, hey Dan, can you help me find this specific graded card for this set? Or Dan, can you find me these 20 cards left in my beta set? It doesn't matter what you're looking for, even if it's like every single Sarah Angel possible out there, I can help you out. My resources and extensive network in Magic the Gathering, I was able to help thousands of clients all over the world fulfill their needs. I've made it my mission at VintageMagic.com to be your one-stop shop for all your collector needs. For any significant item or collection, we're able to travel anywhere in the world to meet you. The reason why my clients love this service is because it saves you time. What happens is collectors and players often search all over online or vendors, and they never find exactly what they're looking for. By going to us, we are the only one-stop shop who can help you with your needs. Using our service gets you exactly what you want and saves you time and money.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.